Progressively worse.
Good morning everyone, welcome to another vlog here on the World of Coasters. Today we've come to Chessington World of Adventures for Winter's Tale. Myself and Louise and Lewis and Lucy have towed along. So Winter's Tale is Chessington's Christmas event. It's actually 2022 from filming this. It's the last day of the event. No, it isn't. Santa's Grotto is closed. Chessington were charging what I would consider a disgusting amount of money for their annual pass holders to enter the park. It was something like £25 for like a weekend when you got an annual pass, and the ride offer, yeah, they advertised it from £15, and like it was only during the weekdays it's 15 quid, which we couldn't do.
By £5.
I know, and like we did Legoland, and we paid £15 for Legoland, didn't we, Lou?
Yeah, that was worth it.
The majority of the rides were open other than the water rides, but here it's literally a very limited ride offering, and we found out today that the Vampire is closed, which is a bit of a shame. We got Gruffalo, we got the carousel, a few of the kiddie rides, and to be honest, we're just here to go on. We're just here to look at the rides. Like, it's 2022, new season. We want to see what's changing around the park for the new season this year. We want to see whether there's any construction going on the new site where this new B&M wing coaster is going to go, because I don't know whether that's actually been approved or not. I haven't heard anything to say otherwise. Do you want to head round that way first to see whether there's anything going on? Maybe we can go on the Blue Barnacle first. Louise loves the swinging ship.
I've never been on this one since
it's nothing special, but the Black Buccaneer was so much better. But yeah, just want to have a feel as to what's going on for the 2022 season, and then we'll be back here when it reopens. I think February. Another event, another upcharge for annual pass events. Not happy with that, Merlin. You need to sort that out. I have a platinum pass. I want to be able to come into the park for free. But yeah, Vampire sadly not running today. It was a few days ago. They put out on social media saying something has gone wrong with it and it's just closed for the rest of the event, which is a shame. It is a brilliant, right? Yeah, ladder up by the top of the chain. So. Possibly something to do with that. We're going to start our day on the Blue Barnacle. This was the replacement for the Black Buccaneer, like I said, just a simple swinging ship.
sickening ride.
Some good theming on it, but yeah, we'll get on this and then we'll carry on. So we've just come off of the Blue Barnacle. That's your first ride on that, Lucy, isn't it? It's just a basic. It's not as good as the Huss Rides one, which was the Black Buccaneer. It was a bit bigger and had a much greater swing. I was just looking behind us over here. This area is where you can go into Transylvania on the left here. We got these walls up for the construction of the new land. Can't really see anything from here really. I don't know whether we'll be able to get up round it a bit more, but we'll be keeping a close eye on this site in 2022. Sadly, the aerodynamics suspended coaster is down, but they've done some work on it. I'm trying to work out what this paint is along here. I think it's for checking for cracks when they inspect it. Either that or they're going to paint it red. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's for cracks. But sadly, like I say, not going to be going on this today. Right, so on to our second ride of the day. Straight onto the Gruffalo. Like I said, it's probably one of the most major rides open today. It's not all about the rides today. Like I say, we want to look around, we want to have a look at the zoo. I do like the Gruffalo. I don't know whether it's just my imagination, but the lighting looks refreshed around here. Looks like they might have new filters or something.
There's no such thing as a Gruffalo. Where are you going to, little brown mouse? And soon you'll see, everyone is afraid of you.
Right, so the Gruffalo is now done. That's basically all the rides. It is quite sad, but then, like I say, I do like to come here for the atmosphere, and we kind of wanted to have a mooch around, see what's going on. You can kind of see a bit better of the site around. Looks like they've taken that beach hut down and mounded all the sand up, but nothing more yet. I don't know whether it's actually been approved yet, but yeah, the fact the fence has gone up is a good sign. Like 2022 is looking like an amazing year for the UK theme parks. We could potentially have Chessington building a new coaster in the summer if it gets approved. Thorpe Park will start building their project Exodus, and Lewis, London Resort could get approved in 2022, which is probably really good because myself and Louise next week actually move into our first house.
This week.
Oh, this Saturday.
This Friday.
We move into our first house together, or flat, should I say?
Friday.
That's mad.
I know.
So yeah, more budget this year. So we like construction videos. We are. I don't want to say too much, but we would like to go to Energylandia this year, wouldn't we, Lou?
Yeah.
And it is generally quite cheap. We were pricing up. I think it comes out to about £200 each per person for 4 days. No doubt Lewis would want to come to Energylandia. And I know Fantasia Land's on my bucket list, but I don't know. I don't want to say too much because myself and Louise might be living on the breadline, you know, getting those Tesco value beans. We'll just see how it goes. But we've always got the UK parks. There's one thing that COVID has taught us is we've actually got quite a lot in this country. And yeah, like there are some good coasters coming next year. We got the 10 looper at Flamingo Land. You need to still go there, Lewis.
Where?
Flamingo Land.
Yeah.
They've got some good coasters there. We really enjoy it, don't we, though? And also Blackpool Pleasure Beach are reopening Valhalla, and Enso, the back row of the back seat of Icon, is going to be an upcharge ride.
What?
Yes. So it kind of makes sense because otherwise the queue will be really long.
They're like, let's charge.
Now, in all fairness,
That makes sense.
the queue will be really long. We'll probably give it a go just because I want to see what it's like. But we did the Ride to Happiness, which is a Mack Ride spinner, a stream spinner. So it should be a similar type of experience to that, even though the ride vehicles are a bit different. Just going for a bush at the moment. We're kind of just meandering around at the moment. They have a few Bratwurst stands. Oh, we're going to the Rainforest, are we? The Bratwurst stands are all closed down. Like I say, this is the last day of this event. And then the park is closed until the February event, which I imagine we will be coming to, but again, I don't know how many of the rides are open. I think more are open than normal because it's nearer the open season. But yeah, we'll definitely be back here in March for the opening. I'm detecting snow. There must be a snow machine around here. There's a few flurries going around. But there's plenty of construction going on. Croc drop over the side has scaffolding around it, so we'll see how far we can walk and see what's going on. Right, so here's one of the events on at the moment. Like I say, because it's so close to the end of the event, not a lot of them are running, but we're going to go do this one. Just looks like we walk down into Land of the Dragons, which there are loads of Christmas trees. They're all real ones as well, aren't they? Sadly, Dragon's Fury not running. I did say it would have been nice if they actually had a backup roller coaster in the event the Vampire went down like now, because I imagine they're getting a lot of complaints over it. What's that?
Lion.
There's some fake snow on the ground. I imagine this will light up later quite nice. We'll have to see whether we're here later on, but because the lack of things to do, I can't imagine we're going to be here all day. So they've got these like fake snow machines, which are actually just bubble machines, and they typically just turned off when I started filming. They're hidden away here. Pretty cool effects, but this one's not working. So by the time we walked past it, these ones were going off. Must be on the trigger. So round by the other entrance, this is where you come into the park for Land of the Dragons. We have the construction wall for the new, I want to say Jumanji Land, because that's what everyone's speculated it to be. It's totally complete now. Last time we came here during Halloween, it was being built, but that is a good, you know, good 8 or 9 foot wall there, so we won't be looking over it. Would have thought they put some preview walls in it, but not at the moment. But like I say, from what I could see around the other side, there wasn't much going on at the moment. So very much like Legoland, any of the closed rides, there are trees in front of, which kind of hides them away. They've even got them in front of the dragon here. Does he still work? Can you reach his coin?
I don't think I can.
Oh no, I'm going into the bush. No. Oh, he's trying. He's trying. Listen to it. Okay, they've got the animatronic turned off, but the sound effects are still on. So much more of the park is open than normal because obviously the tigers are down here, so we can get into Land of the Tiger in this magical Christmas kitchen with a few shows and a festive drink collection. Oh, we'll have to go get that. I don't think they've realised that we got that. But yeah, it looks like this is just a general festive area, so let's have a look what's going on in here. So the really interesting thing about coming into these parks during the off season, these winter seasons, they're doing their winter maintenance. So Lewis has just pointed out the Jungle Bus is actually off of its supports at the moment, completely. There's the old original red from when it was the Beano bus. Just had an overlay on it for Wild Asia. And over here they have the Elf Dance Squad, which they run shows at occasionally. Right, so we're going to jump on this now. It's more aimed at children, but it's I think it's just going to be a walk-through, not scare maze, a Christmas maze per se. But yeah, we're going to have a look around here. It looks like it's in the old marquee for where they used to have one of their mazes back here for Genghis Khan. So immediately been denied by the all grown-ups must be accompanied by a responsible child, which means
You don't get your free drink.
I want my free drink. I paid. Disappointment in Lewis's face. So it's a bit of a shame about the Christmas kitchen. I don't know whether we're actually going to be able to. Get a drink now, because it does say you get a free drink, but I think you can only go in there with a child, which is a bit of a shame. Anyway, looking at some more of the closed season construction going on, we have the Jungle Bus back here now, and they've got various parts of Cobra off at the moment for maintenance, and the whole of the Monkey Swinger is actually gone at the moment, which is quite weird. You get used to seeing it. One ride that is open in this area is the bumper cars, so I think that's going to be our next port of call. So certainly doing a lot of work to the Monkey Swinger. It's totally disassembled, literally down to its key components. It's mad to think how stripped back it can get. Well, there's a base that just moves around and it's having its winter maintenance. They've also repainted all of these up here, so these elephants have always been here. It looks like they've got a fresh coat of paint on them. Look really good. They never used to have the colour on them. Pretty much a walk on for this will be on the next one of these, so let's get on. Tuk Tuk Turmoil.
You're going fashion.
Love a ride on Tuk Tuk Turmoil. It's a good bumper car, and they're running a really long cycle on it today because it's so quiet. What's up? Oh yeah, I said about that earlier. They've moved basically all of the ride vehicles that aren't in use into that area for now. Which keeps them all together, I guess. We're going to be heading over towards Land of the Tiger in a minute to go see the tigers. They've got more open now. But Louise wants to see if we can go into the magical kitchen. It says you have to have a child, but Louise is just...
If we don't take the cookie.
We're here for the cookie, we don't read the sign, so we're going to see if we can go in here. If not, we'll be going to Land of the Tiger. Right, so we've made it inside. Let's see whether we can get any further. Yeah, there's no staff, so I just want a free hot drink. Yeah, it looks pretty cool.
What did you do that for? Why'd you burn all the cookies?
That's very, very cool.
Oh, we all saw it. Didn't we all see it? Everybody saw him. No, I'm only joking. It wasn't you.
So we managed to get into the Christmas kitchen thing. It wasn't anything too long, was it?
We were in there for a whole 2 minutes.
We went through and we were like, we don't have a child, and they were like, no, that's fine. And basically we got the establishment that they just need to get rid of the cookies. They have loads, boxes, and even though these just for kids, they're like, do you want a cookie? It's like, yes, we want a cookie.
Maybe if we went before Christmas they'd say no, because...
Well, I think you've got a hot drink if you're an adult, but because the amount of cookies they've got, it's free for everyone. So yeah, very happy with the cookie. So in years gone by, I haven't been able to get up to Land of the Tiger. I know me and Louise were going to do this event last year, but restrictions meant we couldn't come to Chessington, could we? But because the tigers are now in Land of the Tiger, I suppose I have to open this area up. So we've still got the whole zoo to look through. And we'll see how far we can get around here, but it looks like we can actually walk down towards Tomb Blaster after this, which would be pretty cool, see if they're doing any work around there. And let's see if we can see any big cats. So the Mack ride's log flume all drained down for its winter maintenance. Still the original trough where it used to have the two statues either side of it. I do like the statue here, but I think they always should have put like a facade over this bit of cage here, just so it looks like a mountain range. and covered up more, because the original one really did cover everything. You couldn't see that first lift hill or anything. So this is as far as we can get round to Land of the Tigers, where you go down towards the big Buddha statue. The station looks like it's not having anything done to it as such, from what we can see here, but we can't really see a lot. We did just miss a tiger going along here. It kind of walked across this glass bit, which you never see normally, do you? But the tigers here are really good at avoiding people. They're really, really good at staying away from people. Wow.
That's impressive, isn't it?
Oh, wow.
He's a big steak.
So yeah, all the tigers are out now. They've just been let out to feed. And it was absolutely dead where we were a minute ago. Now everyone's coming over. Have a look at them.
There it is, look!
Here's one of the areas that is open. You've got the Rainforest with the ranger cars. The Crocodile River ride is closed, but this opened back in 2020, just before the first lockdown. Now remember, we got here just as the first lockdown was announced, and it was abandoned, this park. We'd never gone so many rides so quickly. Right, so Toon Blaster here is looking like it doesn't have much work going on the outside. It has had a lot done to it over the previous years. I was just saying to Lewis a minute ago, they always have had the original signage behind, so when it was called Forbidden Tomb, you can just about make out the F here, and on the other side the end of Tomb, so the B. I've always thought they should take this sign down and have Toon Blaster still, but then like Curse of the Forbidden Tomb, so you could just have a sign above it and use the original signage, because it is really good rock work. In fact, the facade on this one is amazing, like some serious detail on here. So one ride that you would expect to be open is their brand new SBF Visa drop tower. However, it's closed for maintenance, and I think it's because they made a few mistakes when they were doing this. Firstly, and one of the most obvious, is the mouth. Throughout the first season, bearing in mind this is 1 year old, it has a lot of damage done to it. You can see it on the exterior as well. I wonder if they're treating that so it'll look a bit better, or I don't know what, maybe aging it or something, but you know, bearing in mind that's 1 year old, it looks quite bad. Currently got the doors open at the moment, so we'll have a look, see if the ride vehicle's in there. It was actually totally dismantled the other week from what I saw online. It's currently totally dismantled at the moment, right down to the bare bones. Drop was definitely a brilliant investment for this park. Like, this has gone to show what Chessington can do, or Merlin can do, when they want to theme a ride. Absolutely amazing level of detail. When you think of it, it's just a budget drop tower, and this theming is incredible. Like, it's a worthy replacement of Ramesses Revenge, if not a little low in capacity, but we really like it. What are you breaking, Lucy? I just saw you turn around in shock. Oh, the sign slapped.
It's not a windproof one.
But yeah, so they do need some work along here. Like, this is the old queue line for Ramesses Revenge. They've still got the old dryer here with the sign that says dry, so there used to be one of those air dryers in here. And then the queue for Ramesses Revenge went all the way around the edge, came down here and joined through here. I'm surprised really they didn't make that the queue for here, because you could have had the entrance over where Ramesses Revenge queue originally was, so it started here. You could have had it gone round here, down here, and then just go round and out to the back where you could have had more cattle pen. This would have been a really cool queue, but I imagine that flooring up there would need treating, because from what I can see, it's the original planks up here and it's probably quite rotten. In fact, you can see from here it's not in the best of shape at all. So as we come through to Mexicana now, another area which is completely closed, which I'm surprised at. They normally have Scorpion Express open, but not this year. It's totally barred off at the moment. And Tortilla, our favourite restaurant in the park, is closed, and they've put another little name to it. So it's a Tortilla Pronto now, which that is new, that text up there. So Rattlesnake is all quiet at the moment. The Mauer Wild Mouse. I love this one. It's probably one of the best out there, to be honest. It really gets you out of your seat on the corners. Got one of the statues here. He's actually been moved. He was behind here originally, but he's been taken out for some reason. I imagine they probably bring the cars out for servicing this way. So one thing we just found very funny, we come in to look at Tortilla. They've got all these mince pies here.
And an elf is taking them out without.
Literally dressed up in his elf outfit. Santa wants his mince pies back. I'll take a box of those. They go out of date on the 17th. But yeah, we love Tortilla Pronto. This is the best investment Chessington have had in years. The only thing they could do better is, I don't know, turn the pizza and pasta into a Domino's, Pizza Hut or Papa John's. I'm just saying. So we're in the petting zoo now because Louise wants to see the rabbits. No, just you. Just you. Every time we come here, Louise needs to see the rabbits. They actually haven't got anything free roaming at the moment, but the donkeys are away. The sheep's in its little hutch over there. They've got a couple in that shed. And Louise's reason for coming here.
Where are they?
They're going to be inside. It's not quite warm enough for them to be out. So Louise is looking at the bunnies.
Oh, there's two in there. Well, the black one.
I don't know whether I'll be able to see it or focus on the wrong thing.
Yeah, a little bit this way.
Oh yeah, you can just about make out a nose.
That's so cute. Look at the black one trying to get in.
There's a few in there. I think they got 3.
Yeah.
We're in Adventure Point now, or as I used to know it as a child, Market Plaza. We're going to have a quick look in the shop, and then we're going to head towards Rainforest. We've got the whole zoo to look around, but we have just done something very exciting and bad for my diet. We're going to Pizza Hut. And I didn't even suggest it. This one did.
No.
I've got a salad. I'm healthy. This is all Louise. No, I'm just as bad. Right, anyway, let's go into the shop and spend all our money. Right, so after visiting the shop, we just stopped off at the hot potatoes and hot dogs. You can redeem your free snack and drink, so this is free for every entry. So far we've had a cookie, a mince pie and a free drink, so the $5 is becoming quite, worthwhile.
Eating our way through.
But yeah, it's quite a nice mince pie. They're the ones that we saw in Tortilla earlier. They really need to get through. They've been giving them out of the exit.
Merlin Viennese mince pie.
And you get a choice of drink, which Louise has gone for the hot chocolate, and I've got a latte. We're going to be going towards Room on the Broom and having a look around the zoo now. We've still got to look around Rainforest, probably do a couple of rides, maybe get on Gruffalo again. But I very much doubt we're going to be here past 4 o'clock. So we're in Trail of the Kings now, which is just a short walk from Wildwoods, just past the sea line enclosure. Coffee's going down a treat, and we're just going to have a look around. They weirdly have in the Trail of the Kings. It needs retheming, this one, because it used to have the tigers, the hunting dogs, and now the tigers have been moved. You've got red foxes in here, which is a little bit odd because I wouldn't exactly call like a lion anything like a fox. So here we go, the red fox, the rare red fox. You don't see these anywhere in the UK.
Apart from on the road.
Literally everywhere. These are what I imagine the raccoon is to North America. Like, they're just everywhere.
It's got tennis ball.
But yeah, we were just joking because the penguins a few years ago got killed by a fox, and we say this is the one that did it, and it's doing time. This is in its prison cell. But yeah, that's the first of the
Conservation status, police concern.
So the lionesses are out at the moment. Looks like there's just one. Don't know where the big daddy lion is. It was quite cool when we first started coming to this park back in 2015. Me and Louise, they had the cubs here, didn't they? They had cubs.
3 babies.
And we watched them like grow up, and then they sent them off to another zoo, didn't they? All over Europe. That was interesting. So a bit further on, we got these hunting dogs. These are never normally out, are
There's
they?
only just one patrolling.
He's like, go on, you can have a look. You need your nails cut, mate. But yeah, normally they patrol around the end and they're always in their cage. This used to be the tiger enclosure.
So they've got a huge cage.
Yeah, so like I say, they do need to get rid of the Trail of the Kings because it's not really, like, other than the lions, it's all kind of small predators. Still quite cute. He's having a stretch. No, he's having a stretch. Ooh, hello.
Why is this one just
Sharpening his claws, look at that.
no? This is too thick.
Oh, hello. So the gorillas at the moment have sprouts in their enclosure. God, I wouldn't want to be in there. I'm terrible after sprouts. You all know better. So we're just going past the otter enclosure now. The otters are all out having a play. There was one right up against this glass a minute ago, but the second I got the camera it ran off. Anyway, we're going to be going into sea life now. So this is it's always a marquee, this one, but they've kind of done it up over the years. It looks a lot better than it used to inside. So we're going to go have a look at some fishies. We've got Room on a Broom very shortly to go on, and then probably get some re-rides on some of the rides we haven't been on. So lovely and quiet inside the sea life. Literally no one in here at the moment. So you do have to wear a face mask inside the buildings at the moment. It is currently regulation. But yeah, with the amount of people in here, we should be more than fine. I do like, over the past few seasons, they have done these up quite a bit. It's nothing too extravagant, but they do look a lot fresher. So after a nice look around the Sea Life Centre, we're going to be heading over to Room on a Broom now. We are getting to that point where we've basically done most things. Like, we have a small bit of the zoo where the penguins and the Amazoo treetop part is. I imagine we're going to Rainforest. We'll probably go on the Gruffalo again before we go, but I can't see us being here much longer than a few hours.
Book into a late lunch.
One thing that is interesting, this was one of the this was the Forgotten Forest walkthrough scare maze, the free one, which was the Father Christmas Grotto. It looks like they've really treated it out. Like, wow, these trees weren't here. It was quite open, if you remember from the last vlog we did here. But yeah, Room on a Broom, the next ride of the day in the Bernstein Mansion.
Oh dear, looks like Witch's hat is trapped in the tree. Everybody, come on, jump up and down. Come on.
Oh, no one's jumping, no one's jumping.
Yes, you've done it.
Like me.
Looks like Witch's bone has fallen into a haystack. Can you find it? Oh dear me, the bullfrog has eaten Witch's wand. Hit the fireflies and see if he will give it back. Well done! You found it!
Right, so a little time has passed since our last recording. We've since stopped and had something to eat, and myself and Louise are separated from Lewis and Lucy for that because we bought a healthy salad.
Everything else we've eaten today is not healthy.
I know, it's terrible. It's terrible. I'm trying for the what I'm going to call the one-click challenge, where you go down one click on a restraint.
So what are you at now?
I don't know. I'm nowhere near the big boy seats yet, hopefully.
Apart from silver stuff.
No, I can go that one alright. Anyway, we're going to head round towards Safari because apparently there is a walk up by the giraffes on the Safari track, Lewis has just told us, so we're going to have a look at that and then go meet up with them. As for rides wise, there's not a whole lot more to do here.
Yeah, we both said that.
Yeah,
well, all of us.
we will give our full review on what we think of it at the end. Like, we all love Chessington, but let's not give too much away yet. But yeah, we're gonna head round towards Safari, get the rest of the zoo looked at. You know, they've got this area here, which I believe this is called Amazoo or Treetops or something like that, and then go into the Rainforest area. So on the way round, we're going to be entering the Wanyama village, which is where a few of the animals are. They've got a few play parks. The meerkats are here.
Something in his mouth.
We've just been fed. And also you've got the observation area for Safari. So yeah, quite an interesting array of animals around here. You've got meerkats over the other side.
Look at his nose.
Oh, it's interested. Oh, actually, you're really cute.
His nose is so
Right, so the path is actually closed off now, and this is where you come off the trail, isn't it, though?
Yeah.
So normally you go up that way towards Safari. However, today you come off the beaten track and up this path, which, do you remember the time they left the gate open, Lou? Oh, that was interesting. and yeah, you can walk along the safari track. Now I'm referring to a few, I think it was a season or so ago, we came along here and then there was some people on the track.
Yeah.
And afterwards the ride closed. It was quite interesting. If I can find the picture, I'll put it in now. But yeah, that was interesting. And by the looks of it, you can head up towards and see the giraffes. So I'm not going to lie, this is quite a bit of an experience, isn't it? This is the actual track for the safari ride. It's all like made bumpy, so this is why it's so bumpy on the safari track. And then we can walk right up to where the giraffes are. It looks like they've got an electric band across so they can't charge us and attack. And we can go see some giraffes.
Not there now.
We just come out and the giraffes are out at the moment. This is where the safari ride vehicle comes across. This literally is what stops them coming into the track, this like trough area. Just come out to have a nose.
So do you know which one that is then?
That one's Mojo. Mojo?
Oldest one.
Wow.
16.5 foot.
Wow.
Oh,
No,
careful.
you ain't got no food, I'm going back in. So that was quite interesting because actually when we came over to that area there was no giraffes. The people in front of us literally were standing there and it wasn't coming out. And then it
I saw a little face.
And then I think it thought we had food, and then after it realised there wasn't any food,
It stood at us.
it was like,
looked at us, stared at us. That's what I'm trying to say. It was staring at us.
and then it was like,
Realised there was no food.
and then went back in. But that was interesting because the thing is, when you're in these safari vehicles, you don't realise how tall they are.
And actually, they don't often come up to the vehicle because obviously it's constant for them.
Yes, but yes, a 16-foot animal, you realise how tall they are when you actually stand next to it. And that one got quite close, within like probably
That's
about
like-
6 to 10 foot of us.
What, like the first year they've done that?
Yeah, it's interesting, very interesting.
Well, if they're not running the ride.
Why not? So yeah, we're going to head back into the park now and meet up with Lewis and Lucy. Right, so we're back in the Yoo-Hoo. We're in the Yoo-Hoo petting zoo and the rabbits are out, so Louise is ecstatic.
I want to touch it.
So they got these ones here. This is part of a pair. So the other one is identical, and then you've got the original one whose partner died earlier this year. Seem to have bonded quite well. So after what can be described as an exhilarating rabbit fest, Louise now wants to go see the Panto, which is on the main stage. It's just an outdoor theatre. Do you know what the Panto is?
Christmas.
I think it's just started, so we might miss the front of it. But after which, there are some rides to do. It's just so sad to see all the rides closed. It reminds me of when the park came out of lockdown and they just had the zoo open to like test capacities out. So we won't be watching the Panto. They're actually only running it at 3:45, so because it's out like off season, it's less times showing. So we might be able to see this, maybe not. But now we're going to head into Rainforest and have a look, maybe get a couple of the rides done in here. Again, we're going to be passing Croc Drop. It's such a shame this one is closed. I really think they should have tried to have it open, but by the looks of it needs some pretty serious restoration work to it already, which is the entrance to Rainforest here. I do like it, it's simple, but it's pretty cool looking. Like, to be honest, they did turn this area, apart from a dead area, to a pretty live and active area. Right, so maybe we won't be going on the Jungle Rangers after all with a 35-minute queue. Like, I don't think it's quite that long, but I still think you're looking 20 plus minutes here. It's quite a low cap ride. Like in the past when we queued for this, we have waited like a good 5-10 minutes, and that's just the final straight because it's low capacity. We can go on if you want, Lou, but I'm more than happy to give that one a miss, to be honest. To be quite honest, I'm not going to lie, I think Chessington's event is very disappointing this year. Like with the ride lineup, I think it's more of a bummer for us because the Vampire's closed, but I just think the ride offering could be better, especially when you compare it to Legoland's. Now, Legoland, me and Louise went before Christmas. Yes, it cost 15 quid, but every ride was open, apart from the water ride, so it felt worthwhile. Like, to be honest, in my opinion, if you have an annual pass, you shouldn't have to pay, or it should be like £5.
I don't know, because I went to Disney over Christmas.
Yeah, we went as well.
I was thinking like, it's just like the old one decoration.
Yeah, it's very much like that as well, which is a bit of a shame. But yeah, I just feel that they need to step it up a gear, to be honest. Like, they need more rides available. I think Scorpion Express should be open, maybe one other coaster, just to make it a bit more attractive, because certain rides have stupid long queues. We're going to go on the Elmer's Flying Jumbos, which has a 10-minute queue, but earlier this one was cracking a good half-hour queue right back to the entrance. I realised that this park does, you know, it's a seasonal park and it does need to do its yearly maintenance. I'm not objecting to that at all, but I just feel that they need to maybe shuffle it around or get more maintenance staff so they can offer more rides, because it would be more popular then. We've made our £5 back because of the free coffee and all that, but I do think the premium pass should be free for the premium pass at least once.
Child bouncing on the bomb.
Please remain seated until all elephants come to a complete stop. Once they have reached the bottom...
So we just come off of Elmer the Flying Elephant. Lewis, you didn't give it a go. Didn't feel
I
like
filmed
it.
from the side.
From the side.
Hopefully, look and close on the clips,
It
but I
was
think they
cool
were
enough.
fantastic.
Oh, I don't know. You were filming very long time. Like I was like very awkwardly like he's filming every rotation. So we'll have to cut that down. Anyway, we're going to go on the Gruffalo, and then I think ride-wise, that's probably going to be it. It's a real disappointment the Vampire is shut today. Like I really was in the mood to go on that. It's a brilliant family coaster. It's my personal favourite in the country, family coaster. But yeah, you can see the step ladder on top of the chain up here, so maybe that is the main issue. On the second lift, you can just see it up here. But yeah, I have to wait till next season to get on this. Right, so we are on the Gruffalo, and normally they split us up, but all four of us are in one boat. And all I'm going to say is this boat is quite heavy. We're touching the bottom. The drop should be interesting. I will film it just in case we have to have a lawsuit with Merlin. Right, so here we go. We're at the top of the drop. Louise has kind of copped it. Here we go. I feel sorry for the family here. Everyone lean that way. Oh my god, here we go! Oh! Oh my god! The wave! Oh my god! Those poor people. So another great ride on the Gruffalo there. Like in my opinion, it's an alright ride, but it's never going to live up to Bubbleworks. Like Professor Burps was the best, and then obviously the Imperial Leather rendition of it, which is the most recent, which you rode. We liked it. You can now actually get down to the Vampire entrance. The ride is actually closed. It's closed all day. We knew this before we came. It's just a bit of a shame, to be honest. I do like to get around here. They've actually got some lighting along here, which is pretty cool. The old Vampire sign up here. We'll have to wait until March to get back on this, February if we're lucky, but it all depends on whether its maintenance all goes to plan. Right guys, so that is really all there is to offer at the Winter's Tale event, especially this side of Christmas. There's less running than normal. The Panto we're probably not going to stay for. It's currently coming up to 3 o'clock now, although we've done everything. We looked around the zoo, and to be honest, it's so quiet, there's no need for us to stay any longer. But Louise, what do you think of the event?
I'm not that impressed.
I must admit, like considering, like I say, during the Christmas period, they wanted £25.
2019, didn't we? And that was so good.
Yeah,
Do you remember?
but then all the rides are open. It is a bit of a bummer that the
And it was
Vampire
free,
shut.
so you didn't have that expectation.
But yeah, so it's a bit of a shame. I would like to see them try a bit harder next year, maybe get some more rides in the lineup. What is your verdict on the event? Considering it's an upcharge, I think
It's almost like any normal day with all the rides are shut.
yeah, it very much reminds me of the zoo days they did after lockdown, as I said before. They really need to increase the ride availability.
Yeah, but with the zoo days, you knew what you were getting.
Yeah,
It's just...
like I say, we paid a £5 extra, which isn't the end of the world. But if I paid 25 quid, which is what it was during the weeks before Christmas, you could get it on 15 on certain days. But yeah, I wouldn't have paid that. But hopefully, Christmas 2022. They'll up their game a little bit, because a lot of rides are down at the moment. Anyway guys, I'm going to end the vlog here. Thank you for watching the first vlog of 2022, and we will see you in the next video. Don't know when it's going to be, don't know what it's going to be. We'll see you soon.
See ya, bye.
Bye.